um, on campus. Like, you're getting to see the behind the scenes of everything, like what it takes to make that website or what it takes to make that Canvas course, the stuff that you just randomly see and you scroll by. Like, I know now.
Mm-hmm.
People work hard on that.
Exactly.
It takes time.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of season 4, our podcast with OSE. My name is Dallas Wellington. I'm the coordinator with the Online Student Experience. And today's topic, we're going to be discussing how the role on-campus jobs impact students' academic and career development, and basically how can students get more involved in finding work that supports their interests and nurtures their skill set. So I'll go ahead and give a chance for our guest to introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Hannah Franklin. I'm a junior here at UNT, and I am an online student ambassador for the Online Student Experience.
Yes, if you see a lot of the beautiful things, reels and flyers on our social media, Hannah's one of the awesome people that helps create that. So we'll go ahead and get into it. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, Hannah.
So I am a marketing major, and so what I want to do with my marketing degree in the future, I want to become possibly a marketing manager at some company, or I'm also looking into sports marketing,
Mm-hmm.
any type of marketing, just anything to like get my, you know, post-grad job, anything that gets my foot in the marketing world.
Mm-hmm. I know that's the biggest thing that I always try to encourage students, whether it's an internship or part-time job, trying to find something relating to their job, what they're wanting to do. First, always good to get that experience, but also able to open things up a little more, and be like, okay, this is what I was used to marketing. Maybe I want to try something else. It's just a good experience overall. And going into the next question, what responsibilities do you have as an online student ambassador?
So, as an online student ambassador, responsibilities I am a mentor. So, I mentor other students, help them throughout the school year, go through their goals, just basically, like, if they need anyone to talk to, things like that. I help students out as a mentor. I am also, I basically help run the social media here. I make flyers, reels, content. I work on marketing strategies for OSE. And I also hold events for OSE as well, virtual events, things just to allow our online students to gather together.
Of course. We got you guys. All right, so going a bit into, your role working as a student who works on campus, what motivated you to apply to an on-campus job instead of doing something off campus?
One thing that definitely motivated me to work on campus is just like the flexibility that I would be able to have going from class to work. Because when it comes to like off campus jobs, while they are good, I feel like it's kind of harder to get your schedule aligned.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's easier, when you come working on campus, you go to UNT. So, of course, if you work at UNT, they're going to understand that you go to UNT as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I would just say the flexibility in that, and then also like I feel like it would be good to just have an opportunity to work just on campus, just
Mm-hmm.
honestly for one convenience and just like experience working at
Mm-hmm.
the school.
Yeah. During my undergrad, I was a student assistant for my university. It was so convenient because I lived and worked on campus, and so I never really had to go anywhere
Yeah.
else. Plus, it's just nice in general because I feel like it's also a good opportunity to network and meet other people, like students who are your age, students, like Ethan, who's our graduate assistant. Just nice people to kind of introduce yourself and expand your horizon a little more. Through this position, what skills have you developed through your role? And can you list anything that maybe you didn't expect, learning as you went in?
Um, hmm. Skills I've learned. I would say for sure, I feel like coming into this role, I've already dabbled in, some type of like, editing, Canva type stuff. But I have touched Adobe now. Like I feel like I've learned a little bit more on Adobe, things like that. And also I will say something I learned, or like I guess this job helped me develop more, was like just kind of my, I guess like like conversational people skills, because when I
Mm-hmm.
mentor people, like it had me notice, now I get time to like sit down and really like get to know people and connect with them.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like I mentioned earlier, networking is the biggest thing, but it's a little tricky compared to what we do. We work everything online,
Yeah.
and so building that engagement and creating that relationship with students is a little more difficult compared to in person.
Yes.
But it's nice with mentoring because it may be awkward at first, but you start developing
Yeah.
that relationship, and it does help over time. So, talking and tying in about this position and what you're wanting to do post graduation, how would you say this job has helped you grow professionally, whether it's communication, leadership, problem solving, whatever it may be?
Yes. I would say that this job has definitely helped my leadership skills, because I feel like, in this job, you definitely have to be a leader,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to just getting your tasks done or leading other people, like being a mentor. That's leadership right there. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's definitely helped me for leadership in the marketing world. And I also feel like um, things like our marketing meetings and things we have to basically kind of strategize and plan out how we're going to get our students to engage with us. I feel like that has definitely prepared me for the marketing world, helped me step out, just giving me a glimpse into, trying to problem solve and,
Mm-hmm.
gain more engagement.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and you're definitely doing really well in terms of marketing. I mean, one of your most recent reels you've done is now the most popular reel that we have on our OSE
Yay!
Instagram. You should check out our Instagram and see our reels. And so it's something like that. You recognize it, you're like, okay, so I see that this is what people like, this is what we like to engage with. How can we create similar content and do something similar to keep building that engagement?
Yes.
Going into, connecting to the university a little more, in what ways would you say that your on-campus job has helped you stay more connected to UNT?
Connected to UNT. I would definitely say I feel like even for the office we work in, with all
Mm-hmm.
the different departments of UNT, I feel like I really wasn't connected, or I feel like as a student, I would just go here. I didn't know much about the people that worked here, the different departments, but I feel like it's really gotten me connected. DSA,
Mm-hmm.
even the president. I used to not know who the president was. But now working at UNT, I for surely know I'm more aware of just events, things that are
Mm-hmm.
going on. I have more knowledge about it for
Mm-hmm.
sure than I did before I was working with UNT.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about working on campus is just knowing what's going on campus because, compared to someone who may not be working on campus, you kind of have to like accidentally stumble into a room or like really look at social media to see what's happening,
Yeah.
what other updates going on, compared to like when you're in there, you're like, oh, I already know that this and this is going on. And you're even able to, get that information to others, whether it's through social media, just word of mouth. Um, and I think it's just nice to be able to kind of just be more in touch with the university.
Yeah,
I like knowing who the president is. We work down the hallway from the president,
we do.
so we run into him quite often. All right. So going into the next question, do you think that on-campus jobs are an important part of being a student in general?
I would definitely say if you do want an on-campus job, I would highly encourage it. I feel like it truly gives to your college experience. It allows you to become more connected with the campus and the people who run the campus as well. It just gives you a new insight into your campus that you would have never had before.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely say being a campus worker definitely has its perks. It allows you to get connected.
Mm-hmm. I feel like one of the greatest perks is also just learning the logistics of like event planning and things in
Yeah.
general. Because uh, in undergrad, I was a part of our university programming council. So I was able to really learn behind the scenes of what it takes to plan events, what it takes to try to engage with students on campus. And then, of course, COVID happened. And I was still a part of this organization during COVID, so trying to figure out how to do the same thing but online formatting was an
Yes.
interesting
Yes,
transition.
I would definitely say, like, I feel like as a student, you just see this and you're like, oh, okay. But now when you work um on campus, like you're getting to see the behind the scenes of everything, like what it takes to make that website or what it takes to make that Canvas course, the stuff that you just randomly see and you scroll by, like I know now.
Hmm.
People work hard on that.
Exactly.
It takes time.
Everyone thank the people who create your Canvas course
Yes.
because a lot goes into it, a lot of
Yes.
coding. And it even reminds me of I think I would like to encourage more undergraduate students trying to get an on-campus position. Because, as a graduate student, you're always like, let me find a graduate assistantship, a teaching fellowship, whatever it is, to, not only help pay for your college, but also um, try to get something close to what you're wanting to get your degree in and getting experience in that field. I feel like it's the same with being an undergraduate student. There are literally hundreds of student positions at UNT. There's main UNT campus. There's UNT Frisco. There's Disco Park. There's lots of options for students to do. So definitely, consider looking into that and see if there's a position that's similar to what your field is.
Yes, for sure. I would say that because when it came to me getting this job, honestly, I was just on Handshake pressing apply on every
Hey,
UNT
I
job
don't
I
blame
saw
you.
because I needed some. I needed some type of money.
Hmm.
But then, like when I got this job and I actually got here, I'm like, wow! Like I'm so happy that like I was so surprised that this job was basically exactly what I was trying to do
Yeah.
in my field. I was like, wow. um, so I would definitely like this has showed me that UNT definitely they have jobs for honestly whatever career field you want to go to. There's something there that can help you. Like when they see it on your resume, they'll be like, "Oh, she was really working and doing like exactly what we need her to do now."
Hmm.
So I would definitely say this job it 100 like I feel like it 100% gave me insight into my future and my career and what I'll be doing post grad.
So glad to hear that. I'm her supervisor, so she has to say that. So, going into our last question, where can students go if they want to explore student employment here at UNT?
I would say you should go ahead and check out Handshake. Handshake has all of the UNT jobs. They'll all be posted. You can definitely go through, apply, see which one you want, which one you're interested in. There's literally so many jobs, so many.
I also recommend checking out Handshake because it's also where, even companies, businesses outside of UNT but still have some affiliation with UNT will also post jobs, post internships, because even Handshake is accessible to alumni. So even post graduation, you're still able to go through Handshake and see what options are out there. So I recommend looking at it now. Recommend looking at it, post graduation. Just know that that is a resource available for you. All right. So thank you so much, Hannah, for being here. Um, People probably already know, but where can they learn more about OSE and stuff like that?
You can find OSE on our website, our social medias on Instagram and Facebook, and you can go ahead and keep on watching more of these podcast episodes.
Yes, subtle plug. Well, thank you again for being here. Thank you, everyone, for listening to today's episode. You can always reach out to us. We're always happy to answer questions or, just chat, honestly. But I hope to see you on the next episode. Go Main Green.